I am tired of all these streaming apps.
Oh my God, what's wrong now?
$10 a month, $20 a month, and if you get the no ads plan, it's suddenly triple.
Ugh, yeah, that hurts.
I just want to listen to music without worrying about costs, shuffle it, hear surprises, pay less.
You can.
Wait, what?
This.
Oh, wow, I forgot this song even existed. What app is this?
No app. That's 98.9 The Bull. That's called radio.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the original Loretta Brown Show, radio to open the heart, heal the soul, and awaken the consciousness. Well, Mr. Benny Mathers, how are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking.
Thank you. Well is the right word for today.
Sure, it's appropriate for as we ramp into March.
Yes, I know. Ramping up into March. And yesterday was March 4th.
Yes. What happened on March 4th? Anything? I was asleep. I'm just kidding.
It's just somebody said it's the most, what they say, the most like you have to do it. You have to March 4th.
Oh.
Right?
Oh.
Like that, like with determination.
Didn't
March 4th.
even think of that yesterday.
I know. Yeah, we had lots of crazy stuff this week. We had 3-3. And then we had a some kind of an eclipse at 3:33 a.m. here in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, I mean,
I was like, where am I right now?
No, unfortunately, we had some cloud cover, so not everyone here were able to see it. But in other parts of like the other side of the state, and maybe a little further into Idaho and Montana and Canada, got to see it. So.
Yeah. I actually was
the blood moon, wasn't it? The blood moon.
Yeah, it was a blood moon, and Sue's going to tell us more about that. But
yeah. I
took pictures of the moon because I saw that the clouds were starting to come in, and then I did get up, and I was like, "Oh, I can't see it."
That's how I feel like every morning at 3 a.m. And then I get clobbered by my fiance. No, she doesn't do that.
Yeah,
she's really sweet.
Yeah.
She's really sweet.
She doesn't. Yeah. Okay.
Not like that, Loretta. Come on.
No.
It's a family show here. Family show.
Yeah, it is. Well, I hope you're doing good.
Yep.
And of course, I've got a great guest today.
We do.
I can't wait to bring her in. Real quick before I bring her in.
Mm-hmm.
I am the owner of Reiki Oasis, located right here in the greater Seattle area. And we've been around for about 30 years, do lots of really great things over there. A couple of short announcements. My monthly meeting with women will be Saturday, March 21st. I'd think about it a minute, because March and February have like the same days, it's weird to me. So it kind of throws me off. But that will be March 21st. And then I'll have another gong bath on March 28th. And I'm still currently planning on going to Egypt in October, but we will be, of course, watching world situation. And I don't know, maybe we even need to look at astrology. We'll find out. So I have a great guest today. I'm so excited to have her. I just adore this woman. There's people on the earth that I don't know what it is, Susan. It's just, wow. I just adore you. Anyway, my guest today is Susan Miller from AstrologyZone.com. She's a phenomenally respected, internationally known astrologer, author, entrepreneur. She is the founder of AstrologyZone.com, and she's one of the most influential astrologers in the world. Her award-winning website attracts more than 13 million unique readers annually, and her social media following is, I don't know, you got 1 million people or probably more, who knows. She writes monthly columns for Amica, Italy, Vogue China, Vogue Japan, US Weekly. She's appeared on Good Morning America, CNN, The View, countless major media outlets, and so forth. And she's on the original Loretta Brown Show with the amazing Susan Miller. Woo. She is known for extraordinary depth of research, her accuracy, her warmth, her word count, and her ability to explain complex planetary cycles in ways that empower people to take action at exactly the right time. She joins us today to discuss the year 2026 and beyond, major trends and breakthroughs. And I also want to mention, so I don't forget, Susan has her legendary Year Ahead 2026 astrology wall calendar that is for sale on her website at astrologyzone.com. And this is my favorite calendar. I couldn't wait to get it this year. It's gorgeous. Anybody that comes to my office always goes, "Oh, where'd you get that calendar?" And so I always send them over there.
Rosita.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, thanks. Sorry.
I want to have one to hold up. I don't have it here.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I'm so
I'll
sorry.
get
I
it
don't have
after the break. After the yeah.
Yeah. So Susan, welcome to the show. It's so great to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh,
Yeah.
you're my favorite.
Mine too.
Wow.
Anytime.
And we're so far away. I'm in New York. You're in Seattle.
I know. I'm like, fly over there. Hello.
The magic of the internet went together today.
Yeah. So I'm going to kind of launch in. I am going to tell the listeners that at some point we're going to open the phone lines. Let me give that number out right away. Susan, if we do have time and we take callers, what information do you need from them?
Just their first name, their birthday, not a year. I don't want the moon. Sometimes people list all their planets, just their sun sign, and if they know their rising sign, that's helpful too.
Okay.
But the birth date, like June 25th, I'm a Cancer, I have Leo rising, something like that. But their first name is nice too. And I'd love to know where they're calling from.
Oh, that'd be great too. Yeah. So I'll give those numbers out, and then we're going to have Susan tell us everything that we ever wanted to know, because boy, do we need to know a lot today.
It's a really good year.
I can't wait to hear. So the numbers for the radio station are 1-888-298-5569, which by the way is KKNW 5569, just saying, or 425-373-5527. So once again, 1-888-298-5569 or 425-373-5527. And if you want to call in, you'll be on hold for a while, but if you want to do that and get in the queue, please do it. So Susan, where do we want to start? Well,
I like this year because last year there were so many retrograde planets of the little guys, Venus, Mercury, and Mars, that it gave such a slow start to 2025 last year. It wasn't until the end of May that it was really starting to perk up and roll. We don't have that this year. Of course, we have Mercury retrograde this month in March, which, can give you little glitches and, you forgot your keys or you have to go back for your wallet because you ran out of the house. But these are minor. This is a really good month. I hope everybody reads my March forecast. Some signs are like Capricorn was the smallest, 2,000, but Pisces was almost 4,000 worth. I give what each sign needs of me. Every month, I give exactly what they need. So, Pisces has a lot going on. We just had an eclipse in Virgo, which is their opposite sign. And but it was a good eclipse, though. These eclipses work in our favor. And if one of your readers say, or listeners, I should say, wait, I broke up. Well, maybe that was a good thing, or I went to the hospital and I had an operation and they fixed you. You have to look at it that it's progress. The universe cannot stand anything that languishes, anything that's not productive. And if it's almost like God's looking down at us and, nothing's happening, no doctor is figuring out what's wrong with you, or the relationship isn't leading anywhere, then an eclipse comes and it forces progress one way or another, So, that just happened to me. I went in for a big kidney operation in October. No doctor wanted to operate on me. They said it was way too dangerous. I had bacteria that could go to my heart, my lungs, liver, everywhere. But I kept going to different doctors, and my doctor said, "You have an urgent situation, and I know how to treat it. And the nurse told me he only takes hard cases.
Oh,
So,
wow.
and he fixed me up perfectly. And he said, "How did you function before? Were you tired?" I said, "Yeah, I was. I thought it was my hemoglobin or my thyroid." And everybody kept saying, "No, no, of course you were under a big cloud cover. We got rid of we evicted all of that." And I had a stone as big as a silver dollar.
Oh my goodness.
And it looked like a daisy. It had petals with them.
Oh,
I said, "Does that happen?" He said, "Yeah, some people have that."
yeah.
I said, "My friends don't believe me. I want a picture of it. So next time I go," he said, "it's in your chart. We'll give it to you."
Oh my goodness.
But he broke it up and vacuum cleaned my kidney. How do they do that?
I
He
have no
turned it
idea.
into powder and vacuum cleaned it up. And they had a
Wow.
screen, and of course I was asleep, but
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it was not painful. I was, I said to God, "If you want me to have pain, I'll accept it, but just help the surgeon." But there was no pain. I think you can't avoid things. You have to go toward things and not be afraid. Uh, all your decisions should be out of courage, not out of fear. You know how people say, "Well, I'm not going to do that because I'm afraid that'll happen or that'll happen." You have to go toward things to fix things and to make them more productive and happier and growth. We want to see growth. That's so important in the universe. We want to see progress. My job is to make you happy, my reader, and I have to do whatever I can to make your life better. That's my mission every month. That's in my mind. And when I'm writing, I say, "Did I explain it thoroughly enough? Is it clear? Is it accurate? Have I overemphasized something?" I'm very careful. Each sign takes me 7 hours to write.
Wow. You put so much effort into it. You're the
Well, I love it though.
real
It's like
deal,
cracking the
Susan.
code.
Yeah.
What are
Yeah.
they trying to tell me, those little planets? What are they
Yeah.
trying to tell me?
So we've started, like today, for those of you listening today, of course, we're in March, right? March 5th of 2026. And then for those on the repeats, it's always good to go back and listen to this stuff. We started the year. I just want you to kind of tell me, like, how did we start the year and how did that set the tone for this year? And then also
Well,
March astrology. I'm gonna let you talk. I have so many
we
questions.
have Mercury retrograde, but we also, on March 10th, little Jupiter, who's the giver of gifts and luck, he's Santa Claus. He wants to give you gifts and he asks nothing in return. Well, he's been a little sleepy. He's been sleepy since November 11th, retrograde. But he wakes up on March 10th. And boy, when Jupiter wakes up, you feel it. And everyone has something to look forward to. This is major this month. I feel there's so many good things happening this month, including the eclipse. There is such a thing as a positive eclipse. This one, now some of your listeners haven't felt it yet. And it is true that this one was 13 degrees Virgo. Now you have Virgo somewhere in your chart on the cusp of one of the houses. But even if you don't have a planet, you have something coming to fruition in that area of your chart. But if you have a planet or a moon or a natal sun hitting it, then it becomes big. So, you already will know this week. You don't have to wonder. But on my website, on astrologyzone.com, you can do your chart for free. And I suggest you do it not on your phone, but on your laptop so that you can print out my little 4-page, for me, that's small, explanation of your uniqueness. And there's a box which lists all the planets, what degree they are in English, like Virgo, I should say Venus in Virgo, 20 degrees, the moon in Sagittarius, 5 degrees, whatever it is. So you'll always know what your birth planets were. That's good to know. It'll tell you your rising sign if you know the exact time of birth.
Right.
So, but you would have to know that. Now, if you don't know, a lot of people don't, then there's a pull down menu on the top for the algorithm. For most people who do know, it's Placidus tropical. But if you don't know, just do a sunrise chart. You will at least know where all the planets were the day you were born, except the moon. She moves really quickly. So we might not get an accurate reading on that, but everything else we will. And that's 8 planets plus the sun. So that's a lot of information.
Yeah, it
So
is.
I and you can find out your birth time. You should not have your birth certificate from the DMV, the driver vehicle people. If it's $5, it's the wrong birth certificate because they take off all the interesting information, like how much you weighed and what time you were born and what your father's middle name is, things like that. So you want to get it from the Bureau of Vital Statistics or the Hall of Records. Usually it's in the capital of your state. And if you're listening from a foreign country,
Right.
you know that the Center for Disease Control now has a map of the United States, and they said they were doing one for international, and they were showing you how to get your birth certificate. So the CDC is a place to go if you want to try to get your birth certificate. They'll give you advice.
That's great information.
I found that out by accident.
Yeah. I think that's good information. Someone
And it
was
should
asking
cost
me the
about
other day.
$15 or $20. It should not be $5.
Yeah. So what are, you said that 2026 is a good year. So what
It
are
is good.
some of the themes? What are some of the things?
Well, right now, Jupiter is in Cancer. So there's a big emphasis on home, family, and of course, mortgages. I think they will go down, but now that we have a war going on and there's a blockage with those ships going through, what is it, Formuse? I probably am saying it wrong, that Strait of Formuse. That could cause a little hiccup. But I think generally over the course of the year, the interest rates will come down. They said they had already come down, but now everything's in chaos right now. We have to see what happens. But for Aries, let's start with Aries. Aries should be thinking about their apartment or their house. They have the best. They're the most favored of all the signs for real estate right this minute until the end of June. They've had this since last year. You always get a year's worth of help from Jupiter, but you don't have to move. You could renovate. You could buy a beautiful piece of furniture. You could declutter. There's lots of things you could do. Make repairs, or you could take good care of mom or dad because they are part of the house of home. After you feathered your nest, Jupiter's going into Leo in the second half of the year. And it's like cutting a loaf of bread totally in half because on June 30th, it goes into Leo. And that's when love comes in. They will be the most favored for love and romance and fun. And it doesn't matter if you're single or married, you get the fun. This is good. If you feel like your marriage has been a little too predictable and you're 2 ships in the night, that can change now. And if you want a baby, I get a lot of letters about babies. Aries will have the best aspects for either having a baby or enjoying the children you have now. So that's very nice. Then we have Taurus. Now, Taurus is learning to communicate in a very sophisticated way. And they are writing or podcasting, or, if you have a book in you, Taurus, this is the time to put it out there. At the second half of the year, now Taurus really cares about real estate and land. They want land because it rules the bull, the agriculture, I don't want you to look for a house until after June 30th. You will find the perfect one at that time. This is the best time in 12 years. I don't look at little tiny aspects that kind of butterfly across your eyes. No, I look at big themes. And this is big for you, Taurus. Gemini is making money hand over fist right now. If Gemini says, well, that sounds good, but that hasn't happened yet. Jupiter was retrograde. Get ready after March 10th until June 30th. That's your sweet spot. That's when you can really go for the gold. And the best of the best is coming near the end of, of that time period. Oh, I should mention this for everyone. The luckiest day of the year is July 25th, when the sun meets with lucky Jupiter. Okay, that's a day you want to maybe initiate something special. It will happen in Leo. So, of course, if you know anybody born near that day, they're going to have a fabulous year because it's part of their solar return. The sun comes back to where it was when you were born. So now Leo is coming up on magic, but let me first talk about Cancer. We don't want to miss those. Cancer is having their emerald year now, and they will take their crown off on June 30th and give it to Leo. Now, what happens when you have your emerald year? Jupiter is in your sign. You get everything you want. You can have very influential people going out of their way to help you. You make new friends among all the friends that you meet. If you're single, that one special person could be there. Now, Leo, listen to this, because this is coming to you in the second half, and it extends all the way until July of 2027. Remember, you get 12 months of this. Now, Cancer might say, oh, I'm losing my crown. What happens? No, that's okay. No, we want to cheer them up. When Jupiter goes into his second gestation into Leo, Cancer, you're going to make money. Whoa. And a lot of it, not all of it, but much of it will depend on the seed you planted this year. So in the first part of the year and last year. So if you presented a proposal, if you started a business, if you began a new job, that's really going to start producing your abundance. But you still have time until the end of June. And in many ways, the period that's coming up now is the best, the juiciest, the most helpful. So Leo, yeah, you love wearing the crown. I know. Of course, it's my rightful place to wear the crown. Yeah, I know. And we love Leo. They keep the fun alive. They keep the little child in us alive. That is their role. They're super creative, and their creativity will be blossoming. And right now, people are saying nice things about them behind closed doors, so they don't really know, but they'll find out. They'll find out. So, and the ancients always felt it was very important to know what you wanted. What would you like to achieve by this time next year? What one thing in your life would you like to make better? You have to consciously know what it is. Otherwise, the universe will have to guess. It's just like you and me, Loretta. Like if our boyfriend tries to figure out what we want for our birthday, they never guess right. So you have to know, I kind of give hints to the universe what you. And so now we have Virgo. Virgo's made some very good career moves last year. Excellent. This year, they're expanding their friendships. They're getting to meet a lot of new people, and that's good for them. But they've had a lot of changes. Last September 7th and September 21st, there were two big eclipses. Before that, March 13th last year. So one of those dates might resonate with them. This year, this week, it was March 3rd. There was an eclipse. They've also had Saturn opposition the sun. Well, Virgo, you got rid of that. And that was giving you difficulty with a close relationship. If you were saying, gee, I have such a good marriage, why aren't we getting along? Why are we disagreeing so much? That was Saturn opposition the sun. He left the building. He left February 13th. He's not coming back for 29 years. And when he does, you've already learned everything he wanted to teach you pretty much. So it's always easier the second time, 30 years from now. I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah.
But Saturn opposition the sun sometimes gives you health difficulties. It's finished. Now you do have to watch your money, But don't worry about that. Of all the signs, Virgo collects receipts. They balance their checkbook every month. They pay their bills on time. They are the model for the rest of us. So I'm not worried about you, Virgo, but just keep an eye on the expenditures because, and because your job is elevating, if you're self-employed, you have to keep track of how much estimated tax you have to send, or else you'll get sticker shock around April 15th. But that's a good thing. You're going up in the world. Libra has the best right now, right this minute, the very best career aspects on the planet. Now, I'll give you an example. Here in New York, Zoran Mandani, 34 years old, Libra, never held a very big job in government. And he's young. He has very little experience. He became mayor of New York.
Yeah.
Which was against all odds,
Yeah.
Libra is flying. They are just doing so well with their career. Now, Libra says to me, yeah, but what about fun and love? Well, this is the social side, I say, I don't want to hear about that right now. Just keep pushing that career because this is the best in 12 years. You have until the end of June. You are golden. You are golden. If you don't like your job, this is the time to be quietly looking around, and making it known among some circles that you would be entertaining new offers. You are hot. And when you're hot, you're hot. And this is the time. Second half of the year is all fun and love. Okay? So they have their picture in mind. Scorpio has a very interesting chart. Right now, I would love them to take a long trip to a foreign country. Canada and Mexico counts because any country that needs your passport counts. But it could be far, like Egypt. Oh boy,
Yeah.
you have to tell me that off camera more because that sounds great. And the reason I want Scorpio to try to take a trip between now and the end of June is after that they won't be able to. Why? Because they're going to be the most favored for career. And they have worked so hard and they haven't been given the rewards that they're due, but the universe is making a big correction. And wow, it's big. So I don't want you on vacation in August because August is one of the pivotal months, August and February of next year. But I like particularly this August. So see what happens. You may get a promotion. You may get beautiful publicity, praise from the CEO. I mean, lots of good things are coming. Now, Sagittarius. Oh, we love Sagittarius. Now, Sag, you've had some problems with water in your house over the past 3 years. At some point, you may have had a flood or some leaks under the sink or things that drive you crazy with water. That's over because Saturn has left that position. Saturn's moved into your house of love, and suddenly you're more serious about love. And Sag is a sign that doesn't commit quickly. They take their time. They love travel so much, they're afraid that when they get married, that will hamper their ability to travel. Case in point, Taylor Swift. She's a Sagittarian. December 13th. And she had such good aspects for love and marriage last year. And part of this year, I said, you got to get the ring now. It's now or never. And she got it right at the right time. So we can look forward to that. And, right now, Sagittarius is making very good money, but it's side money. It's money from a TV game show like The Price is Right, or a charity raffle ticket, or a beautiful gift from your parents. Money keeps coming to you. You put in a claim for your insurance company and everybody says, oh, well, they won't give you much. Sag is the exception. They'll get a nice check. Everything is going well, even a grant. Many of them like to go back to school, to college, to get a master's or a PhD. This is the time you'd get the scholarship. You have to wait about 18 months for your career to take off like a firecracker, but that gives you time to build to that. But for right now, you're luckier than a little leprechaun with money. So, you look into that. But remember, it's money that comes in from other sources, not salary. Okay. And they will be able to travel the second half of this year. This is what makes them the happiest. If you don't know what to give a Sagittarian for their birthday, you give them an air ticket, a piece of luggage, a passport holder, something having to do with travel. Okay, now Capricorn. Capricorn has been wanting to buy a house, but they're going to have to take more time and energy looking for the right house now that Saturn has moved into their home sector. Saturn will never stop you from finding a house. It just may take a little longer because the price may not be right, or the neighborhood. There's something.
Or the garage
that you
isn't
wanna
big enough.
fix.
Yeah, I know. Yep, I know.
Uh-oh. What just
Oh, I just said
happened?
no, because the garage isn't big enough. That's why I want a new house. And I'm a Capricorn.
He's Capricorn.
That's
Oh,
why.
yeah. But they have the best marriage aspects. And I
Aw.
heard you were engaged.
I am. We are. Yes, I got to start
When are you
saying
getting
we.
married? When?
We haven't picked an exact day yet, but we're looking around September.
Okay, well, don't do anything without me. Call me up.
Aye, aye.
Loretta will give you my number.
Gotcha.
I want you to have the very best day, because
Aw.
the day you get married is the birth of your new future
Yes.
together.
Thank you. We will.
Yeah, I'm very romantic. I love doing wedding dates. But anyway.
I want to ask a question. I want you to keep doing what you're doing, but because I've got actually somebody who asked me the other day, it's very interesting. This came up, and I don't want to lose track of the rest of the signs. Maybe when you finish going through the 12
We only
signs
have
here-
2 more to go.
Okay, then let's come back to this question about wedding. Okay, I'll make
What's
a
the
note here.
question?
Well, how do you figure out, like somebody asked me, she goes, this is my birthday and this is his birthday. How do we know it's the best day for us to get married? And I
It's
went,
very complicated.
okay.
And some people do it alone. Let me give you a rule of thumb. When the sun is back to where it was when you were born, that's considered very lucky for a time to get married. So I would look at the weekends within 6 weeks of your birthday, either before or after your birthday. And that's a very good rule of thumb. Start with that. Now, the couple, both partners have to have a good chart. That's what makes it hard. I mean, it takes me hours working on this. My own daughter, I made her wait 2 years to get married. and she said, "Mommy, they're going up. Leo is her husband's name. Can you believe it? I'm an astrologer, and she married a man named Leo, who is a Leo."
I
But
think
they
that's
said, "Hey,
hysterical.
Leo, when are you getting married? You and Chrissy?" And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, his friends are asking." Okay, I'm going to get on the stick. But I did really pick a beautiful day for them, and they're married 9 years now, and they have a little boy, and they're so happy. So, no, it does matter. Okay, I'll just do Aquarius and Pisces real quick,
Okay.
but we just want to say that Capricorn is doing great with marriage. They're coming into money in the second half of the year, so they're happy little campers. The Aquarians have had so much going on in their house, banging, noise, people running in and out. I don't know what's going on, but their home has been a lot of the hub of commotion. That's quieting down by the end of April. Uranus, their ruler, leaves their house of home. Everything's getting better. And the best thing for Aquarius is their money is getting better. They have been grumbling. My company has a wage freeze, or my clients are being very budget conscious, and I can't seem to, raise the volume here. Well, that all changes now. As of last month, Saturn left the difficult spot. Also, Jupiter's in the house of health and fitness. Now, I have found with my research, even though it makes no sense, when Jupiter is in the 6th house, you lose weight. Now you say, how could that be? Jupiter's the planet of growth. Well, I have found people tend to eat better. They get rid of processed food. They eat natural foods. And it just goes away. It just falls off. So this is great. And they will have the best marriage aspects in the second half of 2026 and the first half of 2027. But I don't like the first quarter of 2027 because Mars is retrograde and you want a nice active Mars when you get married. Okay, Pisces, you have the love aspects right now. Love and fun and creativity. Some people use it for romance. They date many people. They find their one soulmate. Other Pisces use it for creativity. And, you know, most Pisces need a creative outlet. This is the deeply creative side. And love and joy with children, very strong. You know, so find things, if you have children, take them on a surprise trip, maybe adventurous, something they don't expect. Don't even tell them it's coming, and just take them, and you have a lot of fun. And if you want a baby, best time right now to get pregnant until June 30th. After that, for you, it's health and fitness. And Pisces is not a robust sign like Taurus or Leo. It's a sign that is sensitive and it needs to pay attention to health and fitness. And they're going to feel good. And they got rid of Saturn. Whoa. I mean, Saturn conjunct the sun. Virgo and Pisces have had the hardest time. They've had the eclipses, they've had Saturn. If you feel like you've been walking through glue for 3 years, kind of you have. You've been tested 6 ways to Sunday, but you're done. You graduated. Congratulations. You're doing great. Now, you do have to watch the money, but Pisces is good with that. This is not a materialistic sign. This is a spiritual sign. And you know what? When you have Saturn in the second house, yes, you have to save, but you wind up the richest sign because you were disciplined. You got rid of much of your debt, if not all of it. And you really started saving for things that matter. Maybe you want to buy an apartment, or you want a baby, or you want to take that lifelong trip you've always wanted. So, I mean, it's saving for a purpose that makes you so happy. So it's worth it, you know. So that's all 12 signs have something to cheer about.
Wow, I think that's great. Before I get some more questions, I think we've got someone waiting on the line, do we?
Okay.
We do, yes. We'll take Linda.
Let me,
go ahead.
Let me give the number out one more time.
All right.
There's still time to get on,
Yes.
maybe. I don't know. But if you want to ask the amazing Susan Miller, the cosmic astrologer of all that is, right? The best one. I'm sorry, I'll toot your horn. This is your chance. Call in. You can talk to her live. You just need your name, your sun sign, and if you know the rising, that's great. So it's 1-888-298-5569 or 425-373-5527. And so, Benny, who have we got?
Yeah, we'll start things off with Linda, who's calling in from Las Vegas, and her birth day and month is May 3rd.
Oh, a little Taurus. You know, it's so funny. I just gave a speech and everybody in the audience was a Taurus.
Aw.
Wow. What's your question? I would love to know.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Linda.
Boy, not so much question as just questioning, I guess. What's I feel very positive about things, but wondering what's my direction.
Do you like your home? How's your home? You're happy with it? Do you want to change your home? Do you want to buy a vacation home? What's going on with your shelter, home and shelter?
I love my home, my residence. I have had it in my dreams to have a vacation place, waterfront.
Well, it could come
thing.
true now. You have to set that as a goal, because from June 30th of this year all the way to July 25th of next year, that's almost 13 months, you can find the right deal in the most beautiful setting. It should be something you look into. And you know, for Taurus, the land is everything. And you always need a nest egg. And you know what they say, investing in real estate is probably the most sure thing that will definitely go up if you pick the right area. And, you know, it's hard to lose money on real estate. You know, usually, you know, it's usually a wonderful investment. And this is where your golden nuggets lie. Right now, you can take little short trips that bring so much pleasure and even a touch of pampering and a little bit of luxury. Isn't it nice to think about staying in a beautiful inn and maybe having room service?
I love that idea.
Oh boy, that sounds so good. Nobody brings me anything on a tray here.
Yeah.
So, but you don't have to go far. The Tauruses can get in their car within 200 miles, explore something, a city, a town near you that you really haven't had any time to look into, and it will be fun. So
And that's what
so
I'm
have two
feeling.
things.
It's something close by. I would like it close by. And
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to go to, you know, across the Atlantic. You can. No, the ancients called the third house a place you could visit on horseback within a day. I love those old books.
I love
you know,
that.
I love reading
Yeah,
them. You know,
I do
so
too.
you know, it is nearby, and it will refresh you. You know, it's good for us to get away. The horoscope acknowledges that. You know, we all work so hard that when I started studying astrology, I was shocked that there were areas in the chart for fun. I tend to be very intense about stuff, but no, you're
Awesome.
supposed to lighten up and really have a good time, and this is your time to. It comes through travel. And it also comes. Do you have any sisters or brothers?
Yes, I have sisters that are still alive. My brother.
Yeah, are they near you?
No.
They live nearby?
They're in the Washington area, actually, my two sisters.
Okay. Okay, you might be connecting with one of your siblings. So you have just sisters, right? No brothers, right?
Right. Uh-huh.
You're like me. I have a sister. I don't have any brothers. But there could be something you do together. Maybe I don't know. Go into maybe she will pay for half of the vacation house. Maybe she says, wait a minute, this is a great idea. Maybe I should do that with you. You know, there are things you can do with a sibling in the next 3-4 months that could be fun.
All right.
Wow.
So see what that is.
Yeah.
So
thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Linda. Thank you so much for listening and calling in.
She's great. Linda, I'm going to be thinking about you. By the way, if your listeners forget my website, AstrologyZone.com, you could just do SusanMiller.com. It will get you in through the back door. It'll redirect you. Yeah.
And letting people know she's also got an app. And don't forget about her calendar. You got to get the calendar. It's got to do it.
Well, the calendar is predictive. You know, Barnes & Noble told me that most women buy paper things. They say 80% of their books are bought by women. They told me that when I was working with them. So I know men like digital, and I have many men. 40% of my website is male. That's why I write non-gender specific, you know, but on the calendar, I let rip. I could have fun being a girl because I knew that most women will buy it. And you can turn the pages. Let's say you're giving a party for your best friend, or you're going on an important interview. You can see which days are the best days to make that appointment. You know, in astrology, it's timing.
Is great. Yeah, the artwork is stunning, by the way.
Well, I go to one of the best fashion illustrators. He used to do all the branding for Henry Bendel here in New York on Fifth Avenue. Wow. That's where I fell in love with his skinny girls. He's French. Yeah. I love him.
So we have another caller Benny?
Yes, we'll take Mayu calling in from Redmond, Washington, and birth date is November 5th. Hi, Mayu.
Oh, Scorpio. Hi.
How are you?
Hello.
Hi, Loretta.
Oh, I'm great. Thank you. And what's your question?
Okay, I have a question. My father passed away recently.
Oh,
And
I
there's
am
a
so
house
sorry. That's a big
in-
deal.
I know,
That's a
in a
big
house in
deal.
Japan. And the house is up for me to, if I want to purchase it, it's for me. I have two brothers. They don't want them. I mean,
They
it's
don't
for
want
me,
the
but
house in
no,
Japan.
yeah. Well, they
What
already have
city
one.
is it in? I've traveled all over Japan. It's my
Yeah.
favorite spot on earth. I
Oh,
love it
that's
so
nice
much,
to hear.
especially Kyoto. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's lovely.
but all over. I saw the Mikimoto pearl divers. I went everywhere. I went on a
Mhm.
tour though, because I don't speak Japanese. But I did write for Vogue Japan for 18 years.
I didn't
My
know
new
that. I'll look
editor
it up.
could not translate, so I had to leave. But my heart's with that magazine. I love it. So, what city is your house?
Osaka, Japan.
Oh, I know Osaka. That's where the World's Fair was a long time
Yeah, it
ago.
was.
Yeah.
I'm
Uh,
really torn. Should I buy out or, it's a carrying cost is probably
well,
gonna
are
be.
you working right now?
Yeah, yeah.
Your
Yeah, in
career is
U.S.
about to explode, so I see a lot more money coming in.
That's nice to hear.
It isn't that you'll run out of money. Would you rent out the house? How would you take care of it? What would you do? Would it require you going back to Japan to take
Um,
care of it?
not really. I probably have a brother, or we can hire someone to take care of it. But
Is it in a place? Well, see, Osaka, for listeners who don't know, is a very busy and prosperous city. And you would probably get a good price for it, wouldn't you say? Would you think? I mean, I don't
yeah,
know what neighborhood it is, but I would think you would do well if you sold it, right?
yeah. If I fix it up and clean up a little bit, yes, I'm sure we can.
But it sounds like you have an emotional attachment to the house.
Yes.
Is this where you grew up when you were little?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, my childhood house was torn down. In New York, you got to get used to that, but it's hard. Um, that's a difficult question. Do you know what you have rising? I can tell you that the decision will be made either in August or February. Now, I don't think it'll go as far as February because you have maintenance, you have taxes, you have, things to consider. I know when my mom passed away, we had to really sell that apartment quickly because of all the costs associated. There wasn't a lot of time to think, so things kept moving so quickly. I know how you're feeling the pressure right now because you have those expenses coming at you as well. It depends. I would have to see your chart, but I do know you will make the decision in August.
Okay.
I do know that. Yeah. And it will be the right decision. There was a whole book called Wait. That was the name of the book. And I read it. And he said, when you're not exactly sure, there's nothing wrong with waiting and just breathing. You've been through a big deal right now. Losing a parent is probably the most shocking thing we go through. We know it'll happen, but yet when it does happen someday, it feels like the house falls on your head. It's you have to be kind to yourself. In italics, be good to yourself and don't let anyone rush you. The mind takes time to turn over all the possibilities. And right now, Mercury is retrograde. So you may change your mind more than once until March 20th.
Okay.
So, just take your time. We have a difficult full moon.
Okay.
That full moon is in your house of work. Oh boy. I don't like the full moon on the United States chart. It's big military action on the full moon April 1st, but all full moons have 5 days associated. So it could be from April 1st to 5th because it wanes. It takes 5 days to wane. But Don't make any decisions over that full moon. Just let it speak to you. I think at work, there'll be a lot of pressure and you'll have to get a project out. And some people will be out. Maybe they're sick or on vacation and you need more people and they're not there. So you'll, try to get a head start on that project if you know it's coming due at the beginning of April. But other than that, just take your time, take a deep breath, because right now, you're going to change your mind a few times. So talk to people. I find talking to friends and relatives is very insightful. Just have them talk. Don't have them fix your problem. You don't need that. But just, what would they do? What is some of the elements to think about? And I know how you feel. I'm a romantic, so I tend to not want to let go of anything. I just renovated. I have to tell you this. When I was married, my husband has since died, but he came home. We were just married. He said, I finally found the crystal doorknobs. They're so pretty. They're like diamonds. They're so pretty. And he was so excited. He had looked for weeks for these doorknobs. And when I renovated, because I had a small flood and I just decided to do the whole apartment a renovation, the contractor said, you can't use those doorknobs because they won't fit the doors we're putting in. I said, I can't use the doorknob? And my designer, who I had also hired, she said, oh yeah, and the rug has to go. And my children are saying, Mommy, why are you so upset about an old rug and doorknobs? But I said, Diana took her first steps on that rug, and those doorknobs have memories. Well, I did give them both up, but I understand. That's a long way of me telling you I am with you and I understand. And maybe you should drop me a note on the website, Susan Miller at astrologyzone.com, and tell me what you decided. And take your time. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you, Mayu. Thanks for calling in. Thanks. Susan, I have a question.
Oh, good.
And it's going to have to be so fast, right? Because we've got like 2 minutes left.
Okay.
So I don't know if you need my birth date is April 14th. My rising is
you're in Aries?
Sag.
Oh, wow. Of course you are.
With Sag rising.
Oh,
and
you're all fire light. I love it.
And I want a real quick question about my trip to Egypt in October, mid to late October. Any comments on that? Like, is that good timing for that trip?
I have to look up at the front part of my calendar.
Okay.
The front flap. I give the dates that Mercury is retrograde.
Okay.
So I just don't want you to go then. But I have traveled with Mercury retrograde. Have you ever been to Egypt? Are you going back?
Oh, yes. I've been taking groups to Egypt, sacred groups. So small groups, about 12 people, and we're luxury all the way. And
oh, wow. I got to look into this.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to see the pyramids.
Yeah. Last fall, we had a wonderful time. And then we went to Jordan. And so this year, I'm kind of keeping an eyeball on
well, it's a hot area right now. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
We have to see. But you can go with Mercury retrograde, but sometimes there are little glitches, like the hotel didn't reserve enough rooms or crazy stuff like that. And these are fixable things.
Yeah.
But and actually Jupiter will be in Leo. This is really interesting. Both Cancer and Leo are destined to take one long, exciting trip, at least one. I had what you have now last year, and the Chinese people invited me back, all expenses paid, 2 weeks in Beijing. And I went. It was my 4th trip to China. They are so good to me. Different people, different organizations send me a ticket. And they say, come, give us a speech, and I do. And when Jupiter's on your sun or in a very important spot, trine your sun, a beautiful trip usually materializes. So
thank you.
I would say that's really a good time.
All right. Thank you. We're at the end of our show, which felt like 2 minutes.
It did.
And Susan Miller, from my heart to yours, I adore you. I think you're fantastic. And everybody, please, astrologyzone.com and get her apps and get her calendar and just do it. Just do it. Yeah.
Yeah, on the
Okay.
Apple App Store and Google Play. Just put in Susan Miller, usually it comes up, or AstrologyZone.
Yeah. And so everybody go out there, have a good time, get more information about
This is
yourself.
a good year. Not
a
all
good
years
year.
are this bright and happy, so take full advantage.
So glad to hear that. People need to hear that right now, Susan.
Oh, I know. The news
Yeah.
has been very worrisome, but we'll get through it.
We'll get through it. Yeah. So thank you, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you next time. Betty Mathers, you're the best. My best Capricorn ever. Thank you.